Okay, this is passage one, and usually for question one, I'll see if I want to just scan. I don't have a hard and fast rule of I just use the questions or I don't. I just look at it and I see how complicated I think it is, and depending on that, given the experience of having done a lot of these questions, and the same would go for you. If you've done a lot of them, you'll know when you want to read some and when you want to just go straight to the questions. So here I'm looking at it and we have two graphs here and here that look very similar. One has the seedling emergence and one has percent seedling survival. It has different tree species along the bottom. And then that's figure one, figure two, figure three down here. It has the percent of tree species, I guess, that survived, or for the different plots. Okay, so two different plots, and then the different percents of the tree species that grew on those. So I'm going to read a little bit, because it's not really very much. It would, it's going to take maybe 20 seconds to read this whole thing. And when I say read, I mean kind of half speed read. I'm just reading it to get an overall idea of what's going on. So I'm going to read it really quickly. I'll read it more slowly when I'm reading it here than I would in the actual ACT test. In the ACT test, I really would just kind of half scan it, half read it. But anywho, a hectare area of forest was equally divided into plots X and Y. Okay, so we know it's done. We know that from that. A herbaceous layer, anything that's italicized is usually important. All non-woody plants less than 1 meter tall in plot. I've written over that. My underlining is not as good as it should be. And plot Y was then killed. Alright, so plot Y killed. Using a herbicide. Next, equal numbers of seeds from 5 tree species were evenly dispersed throughout both plots. Figure 1 shows for each tree species the seedling emergence. So how many seedlings emerged for each plot. Figure 2 shows for each tree species the percent of the seedlings that were surviving. Okay, this is emergence here, this is surviving here, in each plot 1 year after. Figure 3 shows for each plot the percent distribution of the species among those surviving. Alright, so I think I've got as much of an idea as I want. So X, nothing happened, it looks like, in plot Y. X, plot Y, nothing happened. Plot Y, they used a herbicide and killed things. That's enough. Alright, so we'll go over to the left-hand side, the green side, and look at first question. Which of the 5 tree species had no surviving seedlings? No surviving seedlings. 1 year after emergence in the plot for which the herbaceous layer was undisturbed. Alright, so that's plot X, because plot Y, it was disturbed because they killed everything with a herbicide. So we're looking at plot X and had no surviving seedlings 1 year after. Alright, so we can come over to the right hand side. Figure 1, because it doesn't tell the figure, so we've got to work out what figure it's asking about. We know we're talking about plot X, so we've figured that bit out because it says it was undisturbed, so we've taken care of that bit. Figure 1, up the y-axis, it has seedling emergence. We're looking for surviving seedlings, not the emergence. We're looking for surviving seedlings. Figure 2, let's see if this is the one we should be looking at. It has percent of seedling survival. Alright, so we've hit. We know it's figure 2 and we know that it's plot X. And now we have to answer the question, what had no surviving? I'll take that out because I've written all over it. Where were there no surviving seedlings? That's part of it. And we need to know no surviving seedlings in plot X. Alright, so we go to key up here. Plot X is the darker one. So we need to see some place where this is 0, right? When this is 0, that means there's no survivors. And we see that, okay, here, yes, here, yes, here, yes, there, nothing. That's plot X. We're in the right place. It's percent of seedling survival. So that is going to be the yellow birch, and that is D.